Hi everybody, greetings. Welcome to Tarot for Today. TFT, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, with my weekly segment on the emotional exchanges. It's my one card pull for each sign of the Zodiac, and I try to focus specifically on love and relationships. So sometimes these can just be very strong relationships that are not necessarily the significant other, spouse, dedicated boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. It can include a range of different kinds of relationships. So I just tell you what I see there. But I use the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. I always trip up over that, and I shouldn't. It's a beautiful deck. The Enchanted Tarot. I love it. Okay, first we start off with our collective reading just for the entire collective audience. And for that, I'm going to use my old standby from the previous format of my segment here, and that's the Isis Tarot. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, shuffle them up a little bit, and draw one at random. And the Isis Tarot is not really a tarot. It's about 36 cards, and it's more of the similar gypsy related or possibly Lenormand related type oracle sets. And some of the cards are named after tarot archetypes, but other than that, it's just more similar to a regular cartomancy of a sort. Just gonna do this. One moment. I was reviewing the cards earlier today, and this one struck me in a funny way, and I have pulled it. It's vagueness. Look at that. Vagueness. Okay. What number is that? Number 22. A feeling of responsibility for the task that you have taken on yourself. Original, brilliant, intuitive, and diplomatic. Generous. That doesn't seem too vague. Lets others share in their talents and possessions. Purposeful, practically inclined, philanthropist. Somebody who works hard to find a way through a solution through a situation. So this is really about sharing your talents and being diplomatic or magnanimous, I guess is a word we use too with that. So very nice. So keep that in mind, everybody. Apply that especially to the idea of your relationships, that maybe sometimes being vague is better in a relationship. But no, seriously, I think what it's saying is that relationships have to breathe, and they have to be able to allow everybody in the relationship to be able to express themselves and not necessarily be afraid of that. So now we're going to go on to our reading. And as I want to do, I'll explain this. It is a one card pull for each sign of the Zodiac. And if I try to work on different ways of shuffling the cards or how I cut them in order to go through the Zodiac. And one of the ones I've liked, of course, is when I draw for the 4 elements, but then just spindle through the signs in the order that they follow from the pile of cards that suits that elemental disposition. It's important to me because this is a hard deck to shuffle. It's really a little bit weighty and stuff like that. And since I do this, I film it live, and I don't try to go in and redo, my shuffle. I'm just trying to find ways to make sure that the cards are distributed well. So now I'm going to do that cut that I've mentioned, and I'm going to cut into 4 piles and use each of them for a different elemental disposition. So we're going to have the air, fire, water, and Earth. And I guess what I'll do is this, so you can see them there, air through Earth already. Well, maybe I'll just leave that there. Okay. And first up is Aries. So I'm drawing from the fire. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Yes. And Aries has the Ten of Wands. Emotionally speaking, Aries feels like there's a struggle going on, or they feel that they're not as free as they want to be. They have certain obligations in either their romantic life or in their emotional life. Maybe they feel, that in some ways they're stuck in a situation, maybe with a mate or a situation where they don't feel as free. They can't really express themselves in certain ways, or they feel they have obligations to the relationship that sort of negate some of the love. All right, Taurus. So that's from the Earth pile. Taurus has the Three of Hearts. Didn't Taurus get that recently? I don't remember for sure, but the Three of Hearts is the Three of Cups, and Taurus is going to be enjoying maybe something really pleasant. Maybe Tauruses are going to be celebrating a number of lovely things, things that relate to relationships they have or strong friendships, relationships they have. There's nothing like a Christmas wedding, they say, so enjoy that. Okay, so then Gemini, which is air. And Gemini has the Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. And so I think Geminis are really focusing maybe a little bit on some of the security feelings that their relationship gives them, or that what they are seeking in a relationship, that there's a lot of emotional value they're looking for, but they're also looking at something that brings them the sense of security, brings somebody who feels protected to them. They want to love or be in a relationship with somebody who takes care of things for them. So there's a little bit of dependency with that, maybe. I'm just going to say that there, but they're open about that. They're open-minded about that. So that was the air signs. And then finally, Cancer, our water sign. And Cancer is the Two of Pentacles. And Cancer's in a similar way, perhaps. They're looking at some of the situations in their relationship, and some of these are a little bits of struggles or a little bit of balance issues where maybe we have to figure out when we have time or have resources or strength to put into some emotional aspects of our life, our situations with other people, versus maybe needing a job or keeping a job or cultivating a project or other responsibilities, taking care of children from either that relationship or other relationships, or things that just basically put you at a level of responsibility where you have to kind of figure out how to balance that with all these aspects of your emotional and social life. Okay, so then back again to fire signs with Leo. And Leo has the Fool. So I think it's interesting. I think Leos are finding maybe situations where they feel really spirited and maybe adventuresome about their relationship, or about the potential of new relationships, or about things that just really bring them a lot of emotional joy. And of course, that's kind of second nature to a lot of Leos. They're always feeling the joy. They're always generating the love and the joy. They're just radiant. It's the sun kind of thing. So this full is really an awesome sign for them. I think it's just sort of giving them a go ahead and be, you know, as magnanimous, beautiful, loving, and vibratory as you want to be, Leos, that you're just going to radiate love and love is going to radiate back to you. Okay, so then now we are on to Virgo, and that, of course, is an earth sign. And Virgo has the Prince or Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, I think Virgos sort of are looking at their relationship or the movement towards a new relationship maybe as just as a ongoing venture. I think they're not measuring things in time the same way. It's not necessarily about you know, achieving a goal in a relationship in a really dynamic way so much as just a measured way of going there. They're willing to work with the cycles of said relationship per situations, matching schedules, uh, you know, in work lives or things like that. Sharing responsibilities, of course, could fall in there. So I think this is just a reflective time for Virgos about their relationships. And they're just trying, you know, to figure out how to keep moving towards their ultimate goals in a relationship or in seeking a new relationship. So then we are at Libra. And am I right? Is it Libra? Oh my goodness. Libra is the Six of Pentacles. So Libra, I think from that emotional point of where they see their lives this week, there's the idea that really they're very magnanimous. Once again, it's an air sign magnanimousness. Uh, they're giving a lot of love or good feelings to people. They're being generous. And I think some of that's a reflection back on them too, that Libras have really kind of opened up a little bit of that emotionality that sometimes is a little bit more abstract. It's there, but it just sort of looks at things a little differently than some of the other signs, maybe more in an overarching way, like love of humankind. But it's a back and forth process this week, sharing, generosity, feeling really, you know, good about how it's worked. Scorpio, you have the Nine of Swords. You are really concerned about others' pain or suffering at this time. It may be in your primary relationship. Maybe you are separated from somebody and there's something really dramatic going on. It's hard to say exactly what this is. Sagittarius, Ace of Swords. Sagittarius, I think in relationships, uh, you're thrusting ahead. You're beginning something new. I think you're looking at a particular relationship or situation as something you are strongly interested in handling, conquering. Um, I'm sort of using the forceful words here, but it sort of feels like you're driven towards starting something new in a relationship or projecting something in a relationship further. So then we have Capricorn. Two of Swords. Capricorn, I think you're erring on the side of hanging back from making certain decisions or looking at a certain road of progress, emotionally speaking. If you're trying to resolve emotional questions right now. You probably are holding back from that resolution at this time. You might be looking for more information, or you're just willing to kind of shelter on this at this time. Aquarius, Queen of Wands. Aquarians are radiating an incredible amount of super charm. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it just seems like you're really not exactly involving in a relationship necessarily, but it just seems like you're just projecting a high degree of social out there. So I think maybe you're just really driven to being a total social butterfly at this time period. Maybe you're hosting a party. Maybe you're uh, situating within, a circle of people in relationships to affect maybe matchmaking. I don't know. It's just kind of a goofy energy there. Pisces. Oops. Sorry. The Six of Swords. This is for Pisces. We're seeing that emotionally speaking, we are probably moving away from something discomforting us emotionally. It could be a relationship or just some other situation. We're moving towards something that feels calmer for us. We're moving towards something that has a little more brightness in the sky. Maybe it's the promise of a new relationship, or maybe it's just moving away from the bad situation, but it just seems like we're moving towards better. And that's what I have for the emotional exchanges for this week. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to watch Banshee's program on Sunday, The Material Matters. And also, too, we're having the happy hour tomorrow, Saturday, the 4th at 10 a.m. So check us out then, too. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.